Hi, and welcome back. Today, we're zooming out and going to look at the entire journey of estrogen, from before you were even born all the way to menopause. Understanding this timeline helps explain why your body feels different at different stages of life. But before we move forward, let's remember what we've already learned. Estrogen's a hormone. It communicates through receptors. It's produced by several tissues and exists in different forms. Now we're going to see how all of that changes over time. Many people imagine estrogen like a fuel tank that stays full until menopause. That's not how it works. That's not how biology works. Estrogen is constantly changing, sometimes hour by hour, certainly throughout the month, and dramatically over decades. Even before birth, estrogen plays an essential role in development. During pregnancy, the placenta produces large amounts of estrogen that help guide organ formation, brain development, and the growth of the reproductive tract. During childhood, estrogen levels are naturally very low. That's exactly how they're supposed to be. The body is growing steadily, and the hormonal systems are quietly preparing for the next major transition. Puberty is when ovaries begin producing increasing amounts of estrogen. This triggers breast development, growth spurts, the first menstrual cycle, and many of the physical changes that we associate with adolescence. Throughout the reproductive years, estrogen follows a monthly rhythm. It rises and it falls with the menstrual cycle, while also supporting many organs outside of the reproductive system, including the brain, bones, skin, heart, bladder, and the vagina. Pregnancy represents the highest estrogen levels a woman will naturally experience. The placenta becomes the primary estrogen producer, supporting both the developing baby and the mother's changing body. Perimenopause is often completely misunderstood. It's not simply a time of low estrogen. It's a time of unpredictable estrogen. 1 month levels may be high, and the next they may drop significantly. Those fluctuations can be just as important as the overall level. This unpredictability explains why many women describe perimenopause as feeling like a roller coaster. Symptoms may come and go because hormone levels are changing rather than following the predictable monthly rhythm that they once did. Menopause is officially diagnosed after 12 consecutive months without a menstrual cycle. But by this point, ovarian estradiol production has declined significantly, and the body relies more heavily on the other sources of estrogen. Postmenopause is not the end of estrogen's story. Your body continues to use smaller amounts of estrogen to support bone strength, cardiovascular health, brain function, skin integrity, and the health of the bladder and the vagina. No two women experience these transitions exactly the same way. Genetics, lifestyle, nutrition, medical conditions, medications, and environmental factors, they all influence how your hormone journey unfolds. I love to remind patients that the body is always trying to adapt and evolve. Hormonal changes aren't signs that your body has failed. They're signs that it's adjusting to a new stage of life. This timeline becomes the framework for understanding so many topics that we'll discuss throughout this course, from PMS and fertility to menopause and healthy aging. So now that we've followed estrogen across a lifetime, we're ready to focus on individual organ systems. We'll start with one of the organs most people don't associate with estrogen, but one of the most important ones, the brain. If you remember only one thing from today, remember this. Estrogen is dynamic. It changes throughout your life, and those changes are a normal part of human biology. In our next chapter, we'll explore how estrogen supports memory, mood, focus, sleep, and emotional well-being by looking at its role in the brain. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. In the meantime, stay beautiful and be well.